From us being street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all the attention. So what you trying to say?
Do what you do, baby.
Yeah, I want to graduate. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real
Yeah, I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, man, I'm looking at the screen like preach, cause I was on the phone with him. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying?
Speaking as a general, you know that a podcast, you keep your body clean, huh? Yeah. What's up? What's up?
What's happening with you?
I'm
Yeah, it was
cool,
good with
man.
you, brother. How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. You can hear everything clear?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we gonna
Fantastic.
yes, sir. Let's kick right off. You want to kick right off into it, or you want to shout your people out first?
Nah, man. Let's go on into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, you introduce yourself for my viewers?
Yes, sir. My name is Real Life. I'm a songwriter / artist or whatnot.
Yes,
I come out of Indianapolis, Indiana, Naptown all day. Shoot, I'm just here trying to do what it do, man.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you sing and rap, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You started off singing at 3 years old. Can you get into that? How you started singing at 3?
Well, shoot, as a younger man, I was raised in the church, you know what I mean? Went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday, every Tuesday, every Monday, every single day.
Right.
And also I had a love for R&B. Like, I guess it's ancestral. It's DNA imprinted, you know what I mean? So like, I don't know how to describe it other than like, I mean, shit, it was just in me and it came out.
Yes, sir. So singing at such a young age, like 3, right? How did that come about? Like, how did you, you know what I'm saying? How did you get into the thing?
Well, honestly, man, being that it was 3 years old, I don't really remember the details. I just remember what I was told by my family.
Right.
And the story that was told to me was that with the background of being raised up in the church from birth.
Thanks.
To listen to Whitney Houston, I guess one day Whitney Houston was on the TV singing "I Will Always Love You," and I sung along with her. And that's when it was known that I could sing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So when did you exactly come into the understanding that you knew how to sing? You hear me?
I would say about 5 or 6. When I started like making up like pseudo songs or whatever like that, little rambling tunes that I would sing to myself to get myself through the day.
Okay, all right. So when did the rapping come into play?
I mean, unfortunately, it came into play while I was doing time. You know what I mean? At around 13, 14 years old, I got hemmed up, sent up the river to boys' school, whatnot. I did about 2-3 years in boys' school. And it was inside around all these other like kids that knew how to rap that I learned how to rap. You know what I mean? Because I guess by the time of 10, I was writing poems or whatever like that. And I was really into writing poems. And I guess naturally poems evolved into raps. You know what I mean?
Facts. So how did the singing evolve into poetry and then the rap?
I mean, I never stopped singing. I sing to this day. It's just like, I guess the skills that I applied to singing, I learned that I could apply to other things. And so with that knowledge, I started to apply the skills I learned from singing to other things. And I developed like writing skills and rapping skills or whatever like that. And I mean, shoot, I just honed those skills and perfected my craft and got to a point to where I was able to start trying to put myself out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what you say Whitney Houston, was there any other singers that you listened to before you started singing yourself?
As far as singing with confidence, I would say that
Wait, hold up. So define the difference in the two when you started singing and then singing with confidence.
because singing is singing to myself. You know what I mean? Like the you know how people say they sing in the shower?
Facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're singing to yourself. They're singing when you know you're alone and
Yeah.
nobody can hear you
Yeah.
versus singing to an audience. You know what I mean? Or singing to a theater.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like
So
400 or 500 people staring at you or whatever like that, and you open up your mouth and make sounds.
how you got over that, you know what I'm saying? If it was a fair at one time, how did you get over that?
I never had stage fright. I mean, I am an introvert. I'm low key afraid in every other situation, but when it came to singing, when it came to performing, I never had that issue. And I guess that comes from the fact that as soon as people knew I knew how to sing, they would always have me singing. So I never had the ability to develop stage fright.
Facts.
You know what I
Facts.
mean? So I was always put out there as, oh, well, he can sing, or oh, now he can sing and rap. And
Yeah.
hey, bro, get that song. Hey, bro, sing that song one time. Or hey, do that one song.
They gave you the confidence.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they didn't let me be afraid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good way to go about. That's a good way to, like, I guess, raise a child. You understand? Don't give them a chance to be afraid, and they ain't gonna know fear. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
I definitely have that mindset with raising my daughters. I definitely have that mindset. Sometimes I'm hands off with them, and sometimes I like put my foot down. I'm like, listen, this is good for you. You're gonna do this, and I'm gonna be with you the whole way.
Shout out.
So they know they got backup, but at the same time, I'm always pushing them forward real hard.
It's exactly. I like how you put that too. And happy belated Father's Day to you too. You heard me?
Oh yes, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Yes,
Same
sir.
to you. Same to you.
So the R&B singers were you other than Whitney Houston before you started singing?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would tell you first of all, Music Soul Child. Like that man is amazing. Like he's a powerful songwriter and singer.
Thanks.
Anthony Hamilton.
I haven't heard from him in a minute.
Cause he sat down. Like he had his stint in the early 2000s. He came back in the 2010s or whatever like that. And he just sat back down because he was like, "I'm good. It's cool."
And as you say, he was a writer too. So
yes, sir.
You never know. We probably hearing him and don't even much know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how Neo did it. And Neo's also another example, whatever like that. Even though he came out like late in my like lifespan or whatever like that, when I was already an adult, when I was already like in the mindset of, well, shoot, I can go over here and do an open mic and this, that, and the third. So like, it wasn't like an influence, but it was like motivation.
Yes,
as far as like him and Anthony Hamilton. Like I adore Anthony Hamilton.
Man, it sounds like your playlist. You could run that motherfucker no skips.
No skips. You heard me? No skips, sir. No skips.
Yes, sir.
The whole album.
All right. So you said at 14 you started rapping. You looked up to DMX, Mos Def, and other conscious rappers. What was it about that style that made you want to put the pen to the paper?
Because
in your raps, I could hear Common, I could hear Mos Def when I listened to you, because I went check the music out. And I could hear what's his name, man? Novocaine. What's his name? Novocaine. What's his name?
I know what you're talking about.
Hold up. This your interview.
Novocaine. That's Frank. No, that's not. What's that?
This your interview. Your interview. That's another artist. We gonna put you.
Yeah. But I know what you're talking about, though. I know.
When I hear your music, I could tell that who you say you listened to before you did your music. I could tell you listen to them, and the topics of your song Yeah. So you would consider yourself a conscious rapper?
I would consider myself aspiring to be one.
I would consider you a conscious rapper, brother.
I appreciate that. That's high praise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like I said, what is it about DMX, Mos Def, and other conscious rappers that made you want to put the pen to the paper?
I mean, because, man, they was talking about something real, something tangible. You know what I mean? Like the struggle. The struggle is tangible to me. It's like a physical thing. You know what I mean? It's graspable. I mean, that's not a word, but you know what I mean? You can hold it.
It is now.
You can hold on to it. Hey, you can hold on to it.
You better go copyright that. Wait, hold up. What you said the other thing, and I was like, hold on. I wrote it down. I wrote that.
Oh man, rap is just
rhythm
and poetry. Yeah,
rhythm and poetry.
Yep. Rhythm and poetry.
Boy, I'm telling you, by the time this interview over with, you better go ahead and copyright that, because I'm going to post that. I'm going to do it all. Yes,
oh man, you can have it, man. You can have it, man. It's not mine. You know what I mean? It's not mine. I'm not saying I didn't come up. I'm not saying I didn't come up with it. I'm not saying I didn't come up with it. I'm just saying it's not mine.
When you say it's not yours,
the truth don't belong to me. It don't belong to you. It belongs to us.
Right, and that's what I was about to say. When you say it's not mine, it doesn't belong to me. Though, who is us? The hip hop world, or just
us as a people, man. We're a species. I mean, we survive off of prejudice and cliques and grouping ourselves together or whatever like that based on commonality. But we're just all one people. We're humans. You know what I mean? Homo sapiens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right, out of the rapping and the singing, which one do you think, in your opinion, you do better?
I mean, it used to be singing, but as I get older and as my smoking habit takes effect over my voice or whatever like that, I'd say I'm a better rapper. I'd say I've worked on rapping more than I've worked on my singing. Even when I buy beats or have beats made for me or whatever like that, I specifically have it for raps, and maybe I might sing a chorus.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Which one do you like doing better? If you had a choice. If you had a choice, you could do one or the other. Would you rap or would you sing?
Professionally or just period?
Period.
I like to sing. I like to sing up about the moon and the June and the spring up. Yeah. You remember that old school cartoon? Yeah, that's fucking great. I like to sing, bro. I mean, singing is the truth, but professionally, I couldn't hang. I couldn't hang with it, but I could rap my little ass off.
You understand? All right, so you say you discovered you knew how to rap at 14, but you just started taking it serious last year. Talk about why it took you so long to take the rap serious.
Because somebody told me about myself, because I thought I always been taking it serious, because I was writing, you know what I mean? Because I was making raps. I was making songs or whatever like that. So I'm like, this is me being serious. And a motherfucker told me about myself. It was like, bro, you don't have one album. You don't even have a song to play. You're not doing anything with the shit that you have. You could drop all your songs and have about 5 albums, and that's 5 years of free money for you. But you don't, and you won't, because you lazy. And I
Reggie, you're right. They got you together right quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And when I started posting reels, and people was listening, so I started posting more. Plus, I got my nephew, and my nephew, he was inspired by me to write music and shit like that. And now he's at a point to where he rivals me in his ability, and he's only 19. So I was like, This is because I haven't written in years, because I had so many songs already written and already recorded in my head. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had it all up here, like albums, like 20 track albums, 5 of them, 6 of them, 10 of them, already in my head. All I have to do is record the shit.
But you didn't.
Nah, but it's the fact that he was rivaling the latest shit that I had. Like some of my like coldest bars, he matched it, and I felt some type of way. So I got back on the pen and pad.
See, my son beat me in a race like 3 days ago, and I felt some type of way about that too. So I got my jog. I'm starting to get my jog back on. No,
hey, hey, because you're not dead yet. You feel me?
Yeah, well,
because
you
you're
about
not
to be
dead
15,
yet.
boy. But
like you
yeah,
can surpass me when I die, and I can't get better.
Man, I told him give me 20 days.
Listen,
you hear me? But so what is it about the music that made you say I'm gonna go ahead on and do this for the rest of my life?
Because music is therapy, man. Music is healing. Music is like, it cures you. You feel what I'm saying? And like, I'm not trying to get famous. I'm not trying to be a billionaire off this shit or a millionaire. I just want my shit heard. You know what I mean? Like, I want my perspective put out there, because my perspective is the perspective of the lowers. You know what I mean? Like, everybody talks about, like, that's why I like conscious rap, bro. Because conscious rap talks about struggle. It doesn't talk about the glamour and the glory and the materials and shit like that can all burn in a fire. It's talking about concepts. It's talking about mental and emotional and spiritual, like things. You know what I mean?
Real life.
Like the intangible, but it's actually tangible. Like you can actually grasp this shit, and grasping it is like understanding. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like when you can grip a concept, that's you understanding it. You can hold it in your hand. To know a thing is to hold a thing, right?
I like that. To know
because when you don't have sight, what do? When you can't see in the dark, what do? You feel around, right?
You gotta
yes. To hold a thing is to know a thing. You feel me?
That's fire. I'm inject that. That's something you could live by. So you say you from Indianapolis, Indiana. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Won't you let us in New Orleans know how it is coming up in Indianapolis, Indiana? Is it violent? Is it quiet? Is it country? Is it conscious? How it is growing up in Indianapolis?
It's all that. It's all those things. It's all those things depending on the area.
Talk about it.
I mean, honestly, shit, I've been around that whole deal. I've been around my whole city like forever. Like I've traveled from as far south as like Plainfield or whatever like that, as far north as fucking Fishers. I mean, shit, I've been to Greenfield, I've been to Avon, I had my daughter in Avon. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, I can speak on my city, but I choose not to out of respect of all the different areas and whatnot, because I don't want to die. You feel me?
It's all good.
And I'm dead ass serious, brother. I'm dead ass serious. Like,
I know the vibe. So, how does your life incorporate into your music?
I mean, because I understand pain. Like, this might seem crazy to you, brother, man, but there's this anime called Naruto, right? It's basically a cartoon from Japan. And in this cartoon, in this anime or whatever like that, there's this character called Pain. And it's basically this like magic ninja that can fuck up a whole village, and this motherfucker, his whole deal is pain, right? His whole deal is like, you can't understand me unless you know the pain that I've been through. Unless my pain and your pain is the same.
Mm.
And it's like the main character, the protagonist of this cartoon, of this anime, of this show, or whatnot, he shares the same pain as the villain and ends up bonding with that villain. You know what I
So
mean?
is the
So that
villain still a
conflict,
villain?
no, because the villain finally understands. I mean, finally, like, matches struggles with another person. You know what I mean? Somebody finally understands them, finally understands their pain, and it kind of relieves them of that. You know what I mean? It's like a weight off their shoulders. And I feel like that's real life, brother. You feel what I'm saying? When somebody knows what you're going through to where you don't gotta understand, you ain't gotta explain it to them. You can just be like, you know what I'm talking about, right? And they know exactly what you mean.
Like a wife.
Like a sibling. Like, you
A
remember
twin.
that one time with
Like
my
a
brother,
twin.
you ain't even got to tell me.
Like a
I know
twin.
exactly what you're talking about. Can finish the story you was about to tell. You hear me? That kind of understanding. Better yet, can tell the whole story for you. In the words and in the mannerisms that you would use. That's what I mean by understanding. That's what I mean by my pain and your pain is the same. Like, you and me as grown black men living in America, living in the United States, no matter where we are, no matter me being in the Midwest and you being down south, like, none of that matters. You and me know the same trauma. You and me share the same fears. There are certain things that me and you wouldn't do.
We share the same melanin.
Listen, we have the same story.
We connected if we wanted to be or not.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Because there's situations to where we could have never met. We could have never had this conversation. But we bump into each other on the street during a certain conversation.
Everything meant to happen to happen.
I'm just like, you know what it's hard to explain. It's hard to articulate.
It's one of them that you were just talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know exactly what you're saying. That's what this is right now.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Is it hard coming up in Indianapolis, Indiana? You heard me?
The same way that it's hard coming up anywhere when you're poor. Low income. You know what I mean? High crime. I mean, shoot, people always try to downplay the effects of living poor in the hood, of being surrounded by impoverished people.
Come on.
And that's your upbringing. You know what I mean? Catcheries are stealing, catcheries are selling drugs, catcheries are like basically deboning folks or whatever like that. Just a certain sense of dominance or whatever like that. So nobody guns for them.
Talk about it.
So, like, you have this environment as a baby to a teenager. What else are you going to do?
How else are you going to think?
How else are you going to survive? You can think any other way. Because there are a lot of brothers that read books that acted dumb in the streets. It wasn't like cats didn't know better. It was more like some cats didn't have a choice because it was either this or death.
Talk about it.
Because I was no gangster, sir. I was a worm. You know what I mean? And what happens to worms? What do you do to a worm when you see it on the street? You do one or two things. You step on it, you walk around it.
You step on it or you step over it.
That was my childhood, brother. People either stepped on me or stepped over.
I know the vibes. I know the vibes.
I mean, but shit. I did what I had to do. I survived in that environment. And I moved around my city, even at 10, 11, 12 years old. All the places I told you I'd been at, I was moving around before my nuts even dropped, brother.
What was the reason for all the moves?
I didn't want to be at home. I didn't want to be at home. I didn't want to be in my immediate environment. So I would get up and I would get out and I would move around. And my hyperactivity would have me out for hours.
At 11
if I didn't
years
get
old.
hungry, I probably never would come home. You feel me?
At 11 years old.
At 11 years old, brother.
I was that.
I mean, shit, it was life.
Do you want to get into the reason why you didn't want to be at home? You don't have to. We don't have to.
I mean, no. I mean, because I would say because home wasn't an environment in which I felt safe, and the immediate environment, like my block, did not feel safe for me to walk around. Like I couldn't walk to the store without being ready to get into a fight or get jumped. And most likely, it was getting jumped. I got bullied a lot. I got bullied at school. I got bullied at home. I got bullied on the block. But what I learned how to do was I learned how to have a hard head and a harder ass.
Some people
and I learned that you don't fold, you don't falter, you stand. Even if a motherfucker knock you down, you still stand. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just wanted to say
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But like you, even when you fall, you still stand. And if they can't move you, if they can't step on you, all they gonna do is step around you. So after cats learned that they couldn't step on me like they wanted to, they would just move around me. And so that in itself is a form of isolation, because cats won't fuck with you, but cats won't fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? I got to a point to where I could go anywhere I want to, and motherfuckers would just accept my presence, but they wouldn't fuck with me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there was no conversation. There was no, well, since we ain't fighting, I guess we cool. It'd just be like mean mugs, but nothing else. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about motherfuckers trying to fight, motherfuckers trying to hold down the block. Motherfuckers would be like, it's just that weird dude moving through. Shit, we can't punk him, but he weird. He ain't one of us, so let him pass.
Yeah. On some jail shit.
And thank God I learned that shit early, because when I went to jail, goddamn it, it was the same goddamn problem. Bigger motherfuckers than me coming at me, goddamn it, like, well, this nigga's the smallest nigga here. Let's go ahead and beat his ass, take his shit, make him our bitch. And they would jump me, and I would stand. And it was no longer beneficial to jump me. It was too much effort to fuck with me, so they wouldn't fuck with
me. I don't want to get into your case. Take us to your first date.
Shit. All right, so I'm going to tell you a story, right?
Tell us a story.
So technically, my first date was with a 9-year-old when I was 14.
No, not date. Date in jail. But go ahead, hold up.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, bro.
Nah,
I'm sorry,
you
bro.
Already started.
I misunderstood.
You already started.
Okay. So I'll finish that. All right. So I was with my friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
My goon, his sister, and our other friend or whatever like that. It was like this quadruple date. Because it was my friend. It was my friend's sister. It was my friend's girl's brother. And it was me and the 9-year-old. So it was a triple date. And basically, I was supposed to babysit the 9-year-old. while
took one for the
everybody
team.
else was on their shit, right?
You took one for
I
the
was
team.
the only one, because I was the only one without a date.
Yeah.
So I took the little girl shopping. I bought her a couple of toys. I bought her a cheap ass little dress. And we took a couple of pictures in the photo booth. We had us a little blast or whatever like that. While these cats found different areas in the freaking mall to go fuck around before they all had to separate and go home. So we meet back up or whatever like that. Everybody goes home or whatever like that. I'm over my bro's house and shit like that. And these niggas is roasting me about me having a whole day with a 9-year-old. And that's the story.
Now tell us about your first day in jail.
I mean, shit, my first day.
I mean, we call it central lockup, like where you go at to like kind of fight your charge to see if you're gonna go upstate or you gonna go home.
Okay.
Tell us about your first day.
The initial court date or whatever like that, when you brought in,
yeah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about
so you're talking about after you sign for
whatever you. Nah, I'm talking about after you sign for whatever time you got and they ship you to wherever you go. Tell us about your that first day.
I mean, shit, man. Here's the whole thing, right? I did a total of 2 months, right? I was supposed to be a walkthrough. See, our central is RDC, right? After they ship you and they send you to DOC, or whatever like that, they send you to RDC, which is for cognizance and processing, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
I think it's for cognizance and diagnostics center or something like that.
Find out if you're in the game.
Whatever like that. All that bullshit. Right. So, like, I was supposed to stay there and get released from there. These motherfuckers lose me in the system. Like, I just blip out the system. So I'm in RDC in a single cell for a month. The only reason why they knew I was in there is because 2 weeks in, they put somebody else in the cell with me. This is a guy that was basically going to Supermax because he had killed somebody. And he had killed somebody in the middle of the street because they owed him money. And then he sat with the body and waited for the police to come. This is what this man told me. This is what was on his paperwork. Because you know, the paperwork is the only thing that follows you from the time you're sentenced to the time you're released. That's the only thing you get to take with you the whole way. So I'm looking at this nigga's deets and I'm like, well, shit. But thankfully, him being in my cell, I got fed more regularly.
Right.
Because they lost me after 3 days.
Damn.
So I went at most, 3.5 days without food. And they had me all the way in the back of the row. So when they did count, they wouldn't even come to my cell half the time.
What?
And I'd be in that motherfucker. I was fasting, bro. All I had was water.
What? You ain't had no kind of lawsuit to come from that?
I mean, shit, man. I could have. I definitely could have. But I didn't know I could have until after that 180. Until after that 180-day situation. Because they give you 180 days to come up with any complaint. And that shit lapsed before I even realized that I could do anything about it. Before I even found the office where I could even file the suit at. Right? And it was just a wrap.
Take us through that time. You heard me? How did you know they lost you?
Well, I knew they lost me because they hadn't counted me for a whole day. And for the first 2 days, there was nobody close enough to my cell for me to be able to yell at somebody to be like, hey, woo, woo, wop. But luckily, somebody was put in my cell to where they was close enough to where when I heard them get close, I yelled at them. They came back. They was like, who the fuck are you? How the fuck are you in here? Why the fuck are you here? And I'm like, blah, school, what are you talking about? And I tell them my situation. They go to tell their superiors. Their superiors write down that paperwork get lost. I'm lost for another 2 days. You feel me? And then I get shipped to prison when I wasn't supposed to. And they put me in a cell that I wasn't supposed to be in. And I was lost there for another month.
The fuck? Is Indianapolis like one of them, whoop-de-whoop cities?
Indianapolis is one of these cities where we're on the Bible Belt. Like, we're in dead center in the fucking Bible Belt. Mm-hmm. And our main revenue is sports, is extreme sports, and our prison system. So yeah, they profit. They made money the whole time I was in there. They just didn't know it.
Damn, though, that's fucked up. So you said you did how many months?
I did 2 months total, and I did it in complete solitary.
So at what point did they that was what you were supposed to do?
No, brother, I was supposed to do a 3-week walkthrough. Mm-hmm. And we call a walkthrough when they sentence you to prison, but they only sentence you to some bullshit days, like 2-3 months or whatever like that. If you're under 3 months, you're treated like a motherfucking walkthrough or whatever like that. They're not even giving you the full you're going to prison treatment. They just put you in a cell. You wait out your time. You go home. You don't go to prison. I wasn't supposed to go to prison. So, yeah, it was all bad.
Yeah, it's way different.
But when I got out of prison, mm-hmm. I was able to go and meet my oldest daughter. Mm. And I got to spend the night with her. And that shit changed the nigga's life. Because I already had a son, but my son was taken away from me because his mama got married and moved to Georgia before I could really spend time with him. And it's like, I don't know, brother. It's hard out here, but you do what you got to do, man. And I'm doing what I got to do. I'm working, and I'm keeping myself sane by making music.
So you earlier about all the songs that you had, you didn't release, and that about how many songs you think you wrote total from the first song you wrote to the
I would say 300. No joke,
no
no exaggeration, and I'm probably not being modest. So I'd say about 300 songs. 300 songs that I actually put pen and pad. I'm not even gonna count the songs that I made up in my head, just like random freestyles. Because I made some pretty dope ass random freestyles.
Mm-hmm. Out them 300, you got a favorite?
I got a couple favorites.
Only one. Your favorite?
I mean, I'm too indecisive to pick a number one. You feel what I'm saying?
But you got a top 5?
Yeah, I'd say I got a top 5. I'd say I got a top 5.
Let me the top
5. Shit. I got this song, this acapella song called "Don't Call Here No More." It's based off a conversation I had with my ex while she was cheating on me. Well, she wasn't cheating on me because she left me for a nigga. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't over it, so we were still talking a little bit. And it was based off a conversation that we had. And it's basically like a funny ass song or whatever like that, but it's also real.
Therapy.
Yeah. And I just came up with it on the spot one day, when I was locked up during the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. We was just up overnight and shit like that. And motherfuckers just bullshitting around, spitting and rapping. As niggas do when they're in change, you feel what I'm saying? We start making
Joke.
songs and shit.
We call that joke. We call it Joseph.
Hey, I like that. I like that, Joseph. Yeah, I like that. Basically, you know what I mean? Shit.
Was it a rap or a sing? Was it a rap or a sing?
It's a singing song. It's a singing song, honestly. I mean, shit, would you like to hear it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Hold on, wait. Let me get myself something to drink. My throat shit.
Hold on, I'm about to go give me another blunt of rule, you hear me?
Yes, sir. All right. I got it. All right, should I don't know. Are you ready? Or, I mean, yeah. Okay, so she called to say that she was sorry. Hey, that she slept with my best friend. Yeah, she said that. I told that horse she must be crazy. Hey, so you can go fuck with him instead. Yeah, I said that. She said, I don't want him, I just want you and no one else. So can I call you instead? Yeah. She said, I said, you must think that I'm such a fool. Girl, I'm cool. Because you're probably calling me from his bed. Yeah. Then she said no, so I said yes. When she said no, I said I guess. Then she said no, but he said yes. And then the line went dead. So I told it, oh, you better not call him no more. I told it, oh, you better not call me no more. And if I have to come to your door, put you in your place and tell you to your face, now look at bitch, you better not call me no more. Yeah, that was terrible, but shit. I mean, that's just concept-wise, you know what I mean?
Man, that motherfucker. Hey, I can't wait till that motherfucker come out. It's out?
No, sir.
Man,
that was literally some bullshit.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
Hey, that was just.
Hey, I'm telling you, that motherfucker. Yeah. I fuck with that. It's like I'm telling you, bro. You got the gift of the gab. You understand me? It's like you incorporated your singing, but you don't really sing no more. You just rap with like a sing to it. I don't know. Anything me what you say the rhythm and poetry.
Yeah, basically.
That's
what it all comes back to. On God.
You just define rhythm and poetry for me. You got a new listener out of me, though. You understand me? I like that. So what other, you know what I'm saying? You want to do another one?
All right, I mean, I can. Let me see here.
It's your world.
Okay, so I can make you moan. I can make you scream. Getting erotic and making your body feel so excited. Yeah, that I make you wanna stay. You wanna stay with me. Baby, I can make your body feel so good. I'll get on top you caress you and knock it cause till you're tired. Yeah, that'll make you wanna stay with me. From the evening to the dawn, baby, maybe we can do some things. I can work you from the front and from behind and to the side. Make your body sing, and I can seat you on the table, on the floor. Baby, all you gotta say is yay, and come with me. And tell me if you like the way I'm coming at you, baby. Tell me, won't you stay? You wanna stay with me? See, I ain't got the breath for that no more, man. I ain't got the breath for it no more.
Man, you better go get your asthma pump or something. You hear me? Say that them. No, it sound like you on already.
Oh man, that's one of the things.
Come on now. Now you got it. Hold on. Now
that's one of the jams I wrote when I was 15.
Hold up, man. I ain't know it was all this, dog. Now you got some explaining.
All right.
Now you got some explaining. What's going on? Why you hold up? First of all, ain't nothing happened to your voice. You understand? I don't know how it sounded, but I know how it sounds. That's one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For two, man, you better put that out. Both them songs. If you ever want to do a remix to any, I do my rap thing too.
Yes, sir.
Me? What? Why you? Like, what you doing, dog?
I mean, shoot, listen, man. I'm basically in the baby stage of getting my stuff really together. My nephew is pushing me, you know what I mean? He produces. He writes, he sings, he produces or whatever like that and stuff. And he don't want me to publish none of his stuff or whatever like that. I'm only able to put out some of his stuff that he puts with my jams or whatever like that. I be trying to collab with him.
Are you signed?
No, I ain't signed to nothing, man. I'm actually just going try to do my own thing, go my own way or whatever like that and figure it out. You know, I'm like I said, I'm working, I'm saving, I'm trying to get up there, man. Like I'm trying to branch out. I'm trying to work with people, whatever like that. I'm trying to collab, trying to get my name out there, get my face out there. I mean, people will know me and know my work and know the quality of my work. You know what I mean?
We could work something out as a promotional thing, and you won't have to sign nothing. We gonna talk after this, cause I don't know what you doing. I know what you about to start doing. I know what you about.
I'm putting stuff out. You know what I mean? Maybe not like playlists like putting stuff out, but I'm putting out samples and demos and whatnot. Yeah.
Don't put nothing else out. Don't put out nothing else. We gonna talk right after this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You ain't gonna have to sign nothing. I promise you. No papers. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So you got it. I usually my episodes are usually an hour. We at 48 minutes. You got anything else you could? I know you don't say you got the win, but you got like an asthma pump or something when that happened. So you got.
I mean, I could just be better prepared, man. Like I'm blasted, I'm toasted or whatnot. I recently had a tooth infection or whatnot, so I'm kind of droozy off the pills that I've been taking for that. And, I mean, I'm just not at my best.
Hold up. So this is this ain't 100% you?
No, of course not.
Oh, we got we about to get off here right now. Bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, my man's got some shit to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoy when I put this out. You heard me? Before we get out of here, you want to shout your people out talk to the youth. You say you've been to the thing when you was 14. You done time. Won't you talk to
all I can say is, man, as far as a young mind goes, man, a young man is gonna believe what he wanna believe or whatever like that. So like words really ain't gonna work for you. But I'm gonna tell you something. as somebody who came from the mud or whatnot, it's still kind of knee deep in it. You know what I mean? Like, that life ain't about that life. You know what I mean? You either die, you either spend the rest of your life in a cell, or you know, you might be lucky enough to end up like me, a motherfucker whose rap sheet keeps him from getting a good paying job. I gotta work bullshit jobs. I gotta do underhanded work or whatever like that. I gotta truly hustle under the freaking radar or whatever like that, just to make an honest living, just to make a legal living. And when you fuck up your life like that, when you fuck up your name, you fuck up your credit, you fuck up everything. Like, you're not gonna be able to build a family that way. And you might think now that fuck them kids or whatever like that, fuck family, fuck these hoes or whatever like that. But that mindset goes away real quick as you age. And you realize, man, that like, just fucking random bitches, that shit gets old. You know what I mean? Like, just.
Well, you preach. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
apologize,
wait, hold up.
man.
I'm
apologize,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, though. But say, bro, you preaching right now, dog. Talk that shit.
I mean, I'm just saying, man, that shit gets old, man. That shit gets tired, man. And everybody gonna want somebody to settle down with. I mean, yeah, there's exceptions to the rules. You know what I mean? I believe in asexuals. I believe in people that honestly don't believe in that romantic shit. But even these cats have dogs. Even these motherfuckers want comfort. You know what I mean? They want somebody there. Everybody wants somebody there. Like, think you gonna stand 10 toes alone, goddammit. This shit dies. Because either the ideal dies or you die. Like, honestly, everybody needs somebody. And every man's gonna want a family. You're gonna want a wife, you're gonna want kids, and you're gonna want to be able to provide for them the right way. You're gonna look at your children and you're not gonna want for them what you had. You're gonna want better. It's just natural. You're just gonna be built that way. Your brain's gonna automatically attune for that shit. So even though you don't feel that way now, goddammit, just prepare for it. Put yourself in a position to where the possibility can work. And if it don't happen, even if you just go your whole life just fucking and making money or whatever like that, at least you ain't got to worry about the feds on your head. At least you ain't got to worry about motherfuckers wanting you out here in these streets and shit, because they ain't gonna see you. Like, I done seen so many people, man, come into my job just living their life and shopping and shit like that, and they see me, and it's like a whole difference come over their face. You know what I mean? And I'm just a lonely store clerk, man. I just work at a cash register. You know what I mean? I just cut meat. You know what I mean? I just work at the deli. But when my old homies, goddamn it, motherfuckers I used to run with, motherfuckers I used to gun with and shit like that, when I see these cats, you know what I mean? Life is just, it's just different. Especially if they still doing that shit. They look at me and they like, damn, a nigga got out. And you gonna want out. Because you're gonna get too old for it, man. You're gonna get too tired of it. It's gonna get too bloody. It's gonna get too messy, too complicated. The shit ain't gonna make sense no more. So it's best that as soon as you can to put yourself in a better position. I mean, the younger you are, the better off you are. And getting yourself there. Read more books. Take your school books home. I don't know how they do it now. They got iPods and shit, like iPads with the books already on there and shit like that. They got Kindles now and shit. Like, read that shit on the shitter. Like, when your show gets up, during an ad on your favorite video, goddammit, just open up the app and fucking read something. Just open up your little textbooks and just read a little bit of it. Just for fun. Just for the kicks of it. Just because you're bored and you want to know something. Like, just that little bit of facts will increase what you know. And the more you know, the more you can do. And the more you can do, the more you can get. I mean, you don't conquer the world, goddamn, with guns and drugs. It can be a start if you're smart. You can do a little bit of dirt and take the dirt and clean it. Turn that rock into a diamond. You feel what I'm saying? Just to get you started, just for a foundation. But understand, it's just a foundation. It's just the beginning. It's not the end goal. The end goal is not to be the kingpin of the hood. The goal is get the fuck out. Like, the monkeys don't want to be in the cage. The hood is the cage. The hood is the prison. You don't want to be the king of the prison. You want an out date. You feel me? You want a release date. You want to know the day when the guards will scream bag and baggage for you. That means you get to go home. It means you get the fuck out of there. I don't know who this is speaking to. I don't know who's going to hear this. I don't know who's going to hear this and it's going to change their minds or whatever like that. But for what it's worth, if you're going to do what you do what you do. But be smart. And realize there's never a future in that. And if you accept that, you accept that. That's fine. It's your life. But remember, man, it's your life. That's all I got to say.
Speaking of the general, to NOLA the podcast. You keep your body clean, huh? Yeah.
From us damn street niggas, we ain't really comfortable with all of that thing. So we just trying to say,
do what you do, baby.
yeah, I want congrats. I seen to come up through the mud. You feel me?
Real.
Yeah. I'm saying, like I said, I used to be top. I'm one of the ones. When that nigga said he had a phone, his whole joke, and I'm looking at the screen like preach. Cause I was on the phone with him, you feel me? So you know what I'm saying?